Password cracking. Most users don't pick the very best passwords. And I'm going to do some stereotyping here. I know stereotyping's not always a very popular, politically correct thing, but as a white hat hacker, as a pen tester, I look for what people are likely to do, and some stereotypes actually do have some basis in fact. A lot of them don't. But when I look at passwords, guys, you got a problem. You like sporting figures, you like your sports teams. I'm down in Florida right now. I'm thinking Dolphins 1. There's a great password, capital D. The rest of Dolphins, put a 1 at the end. I remember when I was up in Nebraska, Huskers 1. I remember talking to a room of people, and I said, how many of you have your password as Huskers 1? Because they had 8 characters, 3 out of 4, and 1. So that meant a capital, lowercase, numeric, and symbol. Well, they never did the symbol. So H was capitalized, the rest of Huskers was lowercase, and it ended in a 1. Out of a room of about 30 people, 18 of them raised their hands. What a stunningly great password. No one's going to guess it. Women, you got problems too. It's not just us guys. Significant dates, names of loved ones, at least you pick things that are truly important, not just athletes and sporting teams. But little social engineering, we find out the names of your kids, and we can probably guess your password. That's not much better in terms. Don't do this. Your password should be unique. People pick predictable passwords, and then they put them in predictable places. I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen studies of where people put passwords, the top 5 locations to put a password. I remember 10 years ago, the number 1 spot was a sticky note on the monitor. I'm happy to say that's no longer the number 1. Nope, the monitors dropped all the way to 5. We have definitely improved security. At number 4, we have in the desk drawer, top drawer of the desk, right underneath. That's number 4. Under the keyboard, number 3. Under the mouse pad, number 2. And the number 1 spot. And it's, oh, by the way, these top 5 have been the same top 5 for at least 15 years. The order's changed around, but they've been the same ones. Number 1 spot, underneath the telephone. So if I want to come in and find your password, I look there. But that's not password cracking. That's going to deal with another slide. But since we have passwords here, I thought I'd give it to you now. People pick easy passwords, easy to break, social engineer passwords, pretend you're there from the help desk or desktop support team. You have to install a patch. It's going to take a few reboots. A few reboots means quite a few minutes, taking up 5-10 minutes. That means I could take a coffee break. If I give you my password, I can go grab coffee and not do any work and not wait here bored. Here's my password, dude. Take it. I'm happy to give it to you. That way I can take a coffee break, chat up the front desk secretary, get my wife upset at me. Yep, these are all the things I can do because I'm a moron who's not following proper security. Not good. First of all, you never give your password to anyone. If the help desk really needs your password, they can reset your password or ask you to change your password to something that you can give to them, and as soon as they're done, you can reset it, change it back to something you like, or they can do a reset on it, change it to something, then ask you to change it. They don't need your password. You never give it. Don't use predictable things. Don't use dictionary words. Don't follow the first character as a cap, 6 lowercase, and then a 1 at the end. And when you have to change your password, all of a sudden the big change it becomes a 2. That's going to be great. No one's ever going to guess that. Change the cap to some other spot. Change the numeric to some other location. Include a symbol. We do 1 uppercase, 6 lowercase, and then a numeric, assuming we use all 10 numerics over the life of that password. We only have 40 million possible combinations. 40 billion possible combinations. That's way too short, and we reduce it down to pronounceable words. We're down to just a few 100,000 at best. Easily cracked. Change the order around. Do other things. Use an acronym. Use the first letters. Oh, and using an @ symbol for an A, a 5 for an S. Hacking dictionaries, password cracking dictionaries have already taken into account those substitutions. You have not made it significantly stronger by doing that. Maybe a deliberate misspelling might help. Using a phrase, You know, I think of an old Latin poem, O diademo coriat facem fortis Christio sed feris in tio et excelsior. Maybe I'll use a second letter of each word in there. What's the chance anyone's ever going to catch that? I look at a phrase from something else. I generate passwords from things I can remember. Don't use easy passwords. And there's something far worse. There is no such thing as a secure password. There's this little beastie out there called a rainbow table. Passwords aren't stored as passwords on the system. They're actually stored as a digest. Your password is hashed, and the result of that hash is stored. Someone doesn't need your password. They need something that generates the same hash value as your password. So they are able to extract the hash. They put it into a rainbow table. It tells them this will generate that hash. Might be your password, might be something different, but it works, and they can then log on as you. So we have to protect the password file. We have to protect it in Active Directory. We have to protect the shadow password file in Linux.